Sometimes stars hide in plain sight, their brilliance unnoticed, their talents obscured.
Lynn puts it up. Bang! Jeremy Lin from downtown. Amazing.
Long before he became the 23-year-old sensation known as Linsanity, Jeremy Lin was just a kid in Palo Alto, California, who loved basketball.
I'd be sitting in the backyard with my brothers, shooting on the hoop. We would run to the window, look at what Jordan was doing, and we'd go out, do the move, and by the time we came back, they were on offense again. And so we loved watching basketball that way, and it was always a dream of mine, but I didn't actually think it would be a reality.
My first memory is him coming to summer camp. He was a little fifth grader. I just remember a really small player with a really nice feel for the game. He always had just a lot of confidence, just incredible confidence no matter, what the situation was in games.
Lin went on to star for Coach Peter Diepenbrock at Palo Alto High School, but Lin says there were times he might have had too much confidence.
I was just really arrogant. I didn't listen to anybody because growing up I was always one of the better players. When I broke my ankle, it caused me to realize this thing could be over at any minute, and if I don't change my attitude, I'm going to look back and have a lot of regrets.
He was on the bench during our section championship game in street clothes, and he looks so happy, and he's cheering as hard as he absolutely can on one leg. I think that injury was sort of a turning point in his maturation.
That's when my whole attitude, not just to basketball, but to life changed, and I started to really focus on trying to put my best effort into whatever I did and to take pride in that.
In 2006, Lin led Palo Alto High School to the California state title. Still, he wasn't recruited. He headed east to Harvard, a university that doesn't give out athletic scholarships. The only Asian American on the team, Lin said he often heard racist comments from the crowds at road games.
College was pretty bad. I think the college basketball atmosphere is just a little different. Their job is getting the opponent's heads, and so they'll do whatever it takes. For me, it might be race, but it's part of the game.
Lin channeled everything he heard into his play, including a memorable game against UConn in 2009, during which he outdueled Kemba Walker, scoring 30 points against the Huskies.
So it's now time for Jeremy Lin. Wow. This is a smart basketball player.
Lin finished his career as the first player in the history of the Ivy League to record at least 1,450 points, 450 rebounds, and 400 assists. He graduated in May of 2010 with a degree in economics, a 3.1 GPA, and a desire to play in the NBA. But Lin went undrafted.
I was very disappointed, discouraged. I'm undrafted, I'm out of Harvard, Asian American. That was kind of the perception that everyone had of me, and that was a perception I had of myself. And when everyone thinks that, then it's hard to break that.
Dallas general manager Donnie Nelson was one of the few who spotted Lin's talent. He asked Lin to play summer league ball for the Mavericks. Then in July of 2010, Lin signed as a free agent with the Warriors. That lasted just more than a season. In December of 2011, Lin was waived. The Rockets picked him up, but just 2 weeks later, on Christmas Day, he was released. Again.
There were nights where I was just actually just reduced to just tears. I couldn't take it anymore. What really hurt was I felt like I had the ability to do it.
Did you think about, maybe this just isn't going to happen, maybe I should do something else?
I definitely thought about that, no question, many times. Even the beginning of this year, getting waived twice, I was thinking, if I don't have a team, what's going to happen? Do I go to the D League? Do I go overseas? Or do I, take a break altogether? And all of those options were running through my mind.
2 days after the Rockets released him, New York came calling. But because his contract with the Knicks was not guaranteed, Lin was reluctant to get an apartment. So he crashed, first on the couch of his older brother, a student at New York University's dental school, and then on the couch of his backcourt teammate, Landry Fields.
Whose couch is better, Landry's couch or your brother's couch?
My brother's couch. I love Landry, but his couch was a little small, so I had to kind of curl up. My brother's was a little bigger, and I stayed there for a good 3 weeks.
Lynn spent most of his time on the bench until February 4th against the Nets, when a tired team playing its third game in 3 days gave him a real shot. And after enduring so much, he gave himself a little talking to as he walked onto the court.
I'm going to make sure I do it my way. And what I mean by this, I'm going to go out there and play my brand of basketball. I'm not going to change anything. And if it doesn't get me where I want to go, then I can live with that. But one thing I know is if I go down, I'm going to go down fighting.
Again, the crossover, the basket, puts it up, puts it in, and this crowd is going crazy.
The tactic worked. Lynn led the Knicks with 25 points, and Lynn's sanity was born.
Lynn over Dirk. Oh! How good is this?
What was the first time that you realized, okay, this isn't just one day on the back of the newspaper, that kind of thing. This is a thing. This is a phenomenon.
Probably just started to realize that maybe 5 days into it. I thought it was going to end at some point within the first, day or two, but it just kept going, and I was just amazed. It was just a little overwhelming.
It's crazy. I mean, everywhere you go is Lynn. I'm actually enjoying it. My son, told me to tell Lynn what's up.
It's really madness right now around New York, and it's been out of control with him and what he's doing, and it's very well received because he's a humble guy.
Lynn is now a global icon, adored from Times Square to Taipei. In Taiwan, the fervor for Lynn is so great, his 85-year-old grandmother is getting stalked by paparazzi. But for now, Lynn is trying to ignore the media buzz as he works to become more than just an overnight sensation.
You can fall as fast as you rise, and that's just the reality of the situation. And I just want to make sure that I'm not doing a disservice to my team by milking all the attention and trying to be on the cover of everything, because at the end of the day, that's not what I love. I love playing basketball, and that's my passion.